live. We're not just live on the air, we are live on Facebook as well. Hello people on Facebook that are watching us. We've got the gorgeous Sarah Hendy here controlling the cameras for us this afternoon. I might not move past this part of the table, Beth, because for those who are on Facebook, this part of the table has freshly made profiteroles with dark chocolate on top and some amaretto infused cherries. Actually, if you just give me the golden chocolate, yeah, that'll do.
No, you're not allowed it.
Thanks very much.
You're not allowed it. Georgie Revel, thank you for having us back.
Hello, Beth. Lovely to see you, Christy, and gorgeous Sarah.
And you've been exceptionally busy recently because not only have you been, clearly preparing things for us at the Cook Shack, but I've noticed a lot of information going out on the Mankind Festival Instagram and social media feed, so you've been very busy, haven't you?
Yeah, we have, Christy. It's big countdown now. I think we're about 24 days or less now. Got an amazing social media campaign going on. Everybody in the background is doing everything they should be doing, and it's going to be an incredible day, and we just want people to turn up.
And that links nicely to our guest that you've brought with this afternoon. Who have you brought with you today,
well,
Georgie?
my special guest today is my friend, but also rather a special person, Beth Martin from Smale Farm. And Beth wears a number of hats. She and her husband and her brother-in-law, Chris, run Smale Farm, and they've got an amazing conservation area, and they do tours. Beth also is an ex-nurse, and she's got a charity which she set up called Disability Networks.
Fantastic. Was all of that present and correct, Beth? Was that okay?
Well, it was set up not just by me, not by myself. We've had lots of community support. It's been just fantastic.
Well, we'll come to the Disability Networks a little bit later, but I think first of all, since we're in the Cook Shack, tell us about Smale Farm, because I know you've had some collaborations with Georgie with the Cook Shack here, haven't you?
Right, okay. Smale Farm, my husband and Chris, their ancestors have been there since the early 1500s, so it's been in their family a very long time. And in the 70s, when the EC decided we should produce enough food for the world, and everybody took their hedges out, filled in ponds, and their father was just horrified because he could see that this was all the homes of all the wildlife. So he started setting aside at that point. And we set aside a meadow, and then since then we've set aside other corridors. And the management of that is done by the guys that have the shooting rights. Often shooters, they get a bit of a bad press, but actually they're doing a brilliant job of helping us to manage that area. Yeah. And then it was some time later when I thought, well, I thought we had something really special at Smale. I thought, how can we help people to understand what we do? So that was the point when we had a derelict building which we just had the roof put back on. That building is in the 1600s, used to be thatched. And so we took that building and made that a welcome centre. And it's full of all sorts of information in there, and then that's the kind of start and finish point of the tours.
And so this is something that's quite unique on the island, is it?
There are other farms that do kind of farm petting. That is not what we do at all. What we're trying to teach people is how we produce the food. Yeah.
And why do you feel that's important for us to know?
Why do I feel that's important? That's a good question. I think for the Isle of Man, our food is incredibly traceable and very pure. And that's really special. And then you link that in with the biosphere. And we've just got the most amazing message to go out. It's just a beautiful story.
And that idea of local produce is something that you, Georgie, are so passionate about.
Absolutely. I like to think that I can trace every bit of food we use back, whether it is today we're using Manx flour, we're using Manx butter, we're using very local eggs, and even Robinsons are able to tell me where they get all their food from. So it's a message that I can get out to my clients that come here, and how important it is that we do use local produce.
And tell us about the Plough to Plate initiative that you had going on with Georgie here.
Right, well the idea behind that was, first of all, they would do the farm tour, and then they would come down the road and just have this amazing session down here. you know, having talked about how we produce, they then played with that produce.
With the wheat.
Yeah.
Brilliant
It
idea.
is.
Fantastic. Oh, it's so lovely that you're here, Beth, and we'll begin to talk to you more throughout the programme. But Georgie, what are we going to be making today?
Well, Beth, what we're going to do today is, do we start with savoury and then go to sweet? But you're a rather sweetie person, aren't you, really? So I thought what we'd do is we'd make some very simple profiteroles, and they look impressive, but they're so easy to make. And these can be put in the freezer, the shells can be frozen on trays and then bagged up. And then what you can do is you can put savoury fillings in, like local lovely mushrooms. I think the chanterelles are out at the moment. I don't know if any of you have found those yet. And you know, chanterelle with sherry and cream and herbs, etc. Or today, what we're going to do is we've got some delicious sour cherries, which you can buy dried from ShopRite. Love to give ShopRite a bit of a plug. And what I've done is I've soaked them in amaretto for about 6 hours. Can you smell those?
I can smell
Can you
it
smell
from
them?
here.
And then we're going to put those in the shell, and we're going to put some lovely Isle creamer's cream in there and dip it in chocolate. But we're going to make the shells. And then also what we're going to do is we're going to make some roasted artichoke and water chestnut dip.
That's
Which
not
everybody-
everything, obviously.
No, it's not. It's rather delicious. And you have to eat that first before you're allowed one of these.
Oh, which is a
And-
hard task.
Very hard task. And then also we've got some little tortilla chips. Show you that when you have those tortilla rounds and they're going a bit off, you don't throw anything away. You can make your own little chips to dip in the artichoke dip. And then maybe we'll just do some ice with some fresh fruit in it. Show how gorgeous it is. So we've got some with elderflower and just rustled up a little bit of Pimm's here because we are coming to Pimm's season with tennis and everything. So I do think this will be our first batch of the year.
I should
We'll
say,
put
it's
the
like
ice in there.
credit to Georgie, she's been playing tennis this morning already, so how she's got the energy for us, I do not know.
You have to play tennis if you deal with these sort of naughties, don't you?
Well, Georgie, if you get everything ready for us to make these shells, then I've just realised I've got chocolate all over my hand and I nearly pushed my hair away. It's going to be all over my face, just thought I'd explain that. This is Late Lunch live from the chat this afternoon. We need a little bit of help with our
We
Martin Daily Challenge, Christy, because this was set for us on Sunday by Phil. Oh, it wasn't Phil,
By
it was
Simon
it was,
and John
Simon
Dunn.
and John
Yeah.
Dunn. And yeah, I'm
We were a bit
struggling.
confused by it, and to be fair, even Clarky messaged me last night and said, did you understand the challenge? Because I'm not sure even I quite understand what we said. He said, you know what, we're going to give it a quick replay now, and if you've got any suggestions for us, let us know. 166 177.